Good morning and welcome to the thoughts of Brady Anderson. I am starting a video log of my thoughts as requested by a friend of mine and as a thought that I've had to do for a long time. I'm entitling it Brady MonEight. It's Brady at 8 o'clock on Mondays. I'm going to do it once a week. Clever title, MonEight, Brady MonEight. But I do think there's a distinction about that time. It seems to be it's an elusive time, or it's a um, scary time for some people of the week. I like to have some classical music on, except for I happen to know this one Egmont Overture really well, having played it multiple times, so I get drawn into it too easily, because I know the whole tune. But I like to start my week out with a good productive Monday at 8, and I feel like it's very, for me, become a marking point as of the last several months. If you know for sure at this time you're going, it'll make a whole big difference in the whole rest of the week. And so that's kind of why I got its name. It's clever, it's catchy, but I just kind of thought of it just to have a title. But I really wanted to get this started, and I figured it would help me stay accountable to Monday at 8 that I will post this every week and just get my thoughts out to the world. Um, this morning I'm eating eggs for breakfast. One of my random thoughts in life is I feel like an egg is a good way to start the day. It's almost a joke in some people's mind, including my wife's, although I maybe think of it in a weird way. I just feel like a good start to your day with something that's as unaltered as possible is your best way to have a healthy day and not get cancer. Uh, Eggs, while the chicken may be genetically modified, the egg still went through the DNA processing of the chicken. So even though most of our vegetables and stuff are modified to not a huge degree, but enough that they're not like they once were, um, an egg has an extra step that gets through the chicken before it gets to us. So I feel like not only that, but it's a very full item in its entirety. It has lots of proteins, lots of fats, but it's got the things you start the day with. If you're going to have healthy fats and healthy proteins, the best time of the day to have it is first thing when you're about to burn it all off. Don't have it at night before you go to bed, and it'll sit. But if you have it in the morning and you have the healthy kind, then you've had it for the day. You've had that fat, that protein, those things that your body needs, and you'll have the day to work them out. And you'll need to add some carbs. I usually have it with the tortilla. You'll need to add some vegetables. That's good to get going on early in the day. Lunchtime's good for whatever. This isn't about diet. Not that I claim to be the best health-wise, but one of my philosophies is to start that day and start the week. And so an egg becomes my marking point in the morning. As soon as I've eaten that egg, I know I can move forward and get things done. So I try to do it as soon as my wife walks out the door. She does her cook and she eats her egg, and I go eat my egg. Um, uh, let's see. For the topics of this, I would just like to really just spout my mind about the things that I have thoughts about. Everything from I studied jazz music for a long time and some memory techniques to what I believe karma to be, and a bubbles theory I call it. Remaining accountable to yourself. Then I've got some crazy ideas like my iteration theory, meanings of life. I mean, I'll keep them all logical and sensible. And anyone who's listened to me talk before knows it takes me a long time to get to a point, but sometimes once I get there, it's a good point. So I'd like to keep these to about 5 minutes, and I'm already at four. I'm at four now. I just want to, make this an avenue for me to express my thoughts to the world and to get out there what I feel is knowledgeable. On the 7th of November 2016, I can't help but draw my thoughts towards our political situation. I'm voting for the first time tomorrow. Never even registered to vote in any place in my entire life. And I have a whole theory behind that, meaning basically if people want who they want, they get him. That's America, even if I don't like them. But our state has drawn me to finally follow the counsel of church leaders and family and pretty much everybody, even P. Diddy, that I should get out there and be informed and vote. And I feel like I'm a smart person, and I feel like I can contribute, and that's one of the ways. And I'm making that step. So I encourage you to go out and vote too. Look at your candidates, learn about them, and I will check back in a week. Brady MonEight. I'll see you next week.